Lord, is this shit going? Okay. Okay, y'all. Sorry, the lighting is all off whack and all of that. So I had to try to do it a different way. So I hope y'all can hear me. By now, y'all seen the Atlanta holes and the motherfucker cut off, honey. Just lost footage. I was still talking and just lost footage. So y'all forgive me on that. I'm not at myself. I'm sick. So, bear with me. But a lot of y'all have emailed me and asked me to come back with my opinion on the Bill Cosby thing more than anything. You know, like there was opinions about immigration and that type of thing in Obama. But the biggest thing was Bill Cosby and the whole shit and how I really felt about it, wanting to know my thoughts on it or whatever. And here are my thoughts. My thoughts are this, is that too many times women have been raped, or been victim of rape or whatever, and they have been silent. And I have watched forums, other people's pages, my own page, and just watch people, men and women go back and forth and this and that and other, and and even families, this and that and other, where they find out how can you feel that way and this and that and other, it's a serious thing. What I think, because now we have old girl who's on the one show, she came out and said what happened with her, and thank God she didn't go, and she didn't get raped or whatever, but he was inappropriate or whatever, what have you. I think that we are looking at Bill Cosby in the eyes the way we looked at him as being Mr. Huxtable, when he was on the show. I think that he has done great achievements and have been on TV and this and that and other, have done some things, and he's done some strides, and he's did things to help our community and this and that and other. And that cannot be taken away from him or whatever. Nobody's trying to dull that down. But with that being said, what I do think is that there is no true face to rape, nor is there a true face to a rape victim. You understand what I'm saying? We cannot look at it and say what a rape victim looks like, or what a rapist looks like, or someone that is, how can I say it, a sexual deviant. We cannot say what that looks like, because it can be your next door neighbor, it can be a motherfucker in your family, any of that. We know in this day and age, the way things come out, that any motherfucker could be that. And somehow people have made up in their minds that because this is Bill Cosby, there is no way he could have. And there was a point when they said there was no way that he would have cheated on his wife, but he did. I think that he is a human being. And I think that there is a tremendous possibility that he has made these mistakes and done these things. I will not sit on here just to pacify either motherfucking side and say that I don't think it's a possibility. I will not, as a black woman, sit on here and just say that because he is a black man and he is a black man of stature and he's done this and he's done that and yada yada yada, that he could not do it. I will not do that. I think it's a possibility either way. I think that what I believe, and just not even putting these new women into play, and these women that are coming out now, which is not devaluing them and what they're saying, because we were not the ones, we were not there, and no fucking body, I don't care who the fuck you are, can say 100% it did or did not happen. That's okay, y'all, I'm sorry. As you can see, it cut off, but I'll put these together. As I was saying, that is a true fact. We know this for a fact that nobody can say 100% whether it happened, yay or nay. What I think, in my heart of hearts, I feel like something happened. But I can just deal with, you know what I'm saying? I think I cannot say 100%, but I will not devalue what these women are saying, whether they black, white, blue, or yellow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. taking pussy is never cute. Pussy, booty, whatever, because we know that men can be raped and all that. People who are trying to, why they wait so late or whatever. So many young ladies. Now, had this have been some young ladies just like we have going on now, I believe it's with Virginia, and don't quote me on that, one of the universities that have had their sorority houses have been shut down because they are investigating. Too many young women have been raped at the hands of so many, and it's been just pushed to the side or whatever because, oh, they went to the frat party just now. I don't give a fuck where they went. It did not say, just because I came to this party, you're going to take my puss. No, it does not give you the right to victimize anybody. And if this was a situation where we were talking about a case like this and 13, 14, 20 women, young women came and said, well, they went to this party and they were scared and so, and everybody had been questioned separately, but somehow the story is the same, it wouldn't be a whole lot of rap about that. As women, honey, in every fucking coalition, everything with a pussy would have been somewhere with a sign trying to support these young women. We know that there has been times that there's been athletes in college who have raped young women and it has been pushed under the rug. We know that it's been young women who have killed themselves because they know that they were raped and victimized, but somehow because he is in this certain position, he is more valuable, even though he's a rapist motherfucker, than her and her body. So we know that this can happen. Scramble it up, mix it up however the fuck you want to. Okay? You know, it could happen. And it could have happened. My thing is I go back and I look at the civil suit and, you know, the whole thing being settled. Something the fuck went on, babies. Something went on. Okay? Now, we don't know to what extent, you know, or whatever, or what have you. We cannot, and again, I will have to say, I cannot say 100% sure. I was not there. But one thing's 100% for sure. None of us know. Just Bill Cosby and these women. And we know that he's not going to say anything, you know. And whether he says something or not, the damage is done. The damage is done. I don't give a fuck what happens. The damage is done. And it is unfortunate because if he did do these things, he is a man that needed some help. You know what I mean? Because this is not normal behavior. And just because you have money does not give you the right to take pussy or anything. It does not make you this superhuman or whatever. You know, but again, we cannot say 100%. And he will not be tried in court for this shit because of the statute of limitation. So he's never going to say anything. And at this point, after I cut this video off and I stop talking about this, I'm done with this because I do know that there's definitely, you know, his wife is going through it, even going through this, sitting by his side. You know, we have to consider that. And family, this and that and other. And basically society has condemned him in the public court. He's been condemned. It's what it is. They pulled his shit. They ain't got no rap for, you know, it ain't no more conversation need to be had, you know. And it has the damage is done. My thing is that it is a possibility that these things happen. And it is beginning to look more and more like he done this shit. And y'all, my husband's snoring in the back, honey. I'm in my room. And I need to be laying down my motherfucking self. But I do not subscribe to that thing of just because this particular somebody doesn't mean that, you know, he's Bill Cosby. There's no way he was the dad of. No, my dad was my dad. You understand? I didn't look to no other daddy to be my daddy but mine. But I do understand that some people have done that because they did not have that same thing that I had. So, of course, I do feel blessed with that. But was I looking at him as far as, no. Was I looking at Claire? No, because I have a mother. I was not, but he has done a lot of things for the community, you know. But with that being said, Bill Cosby has been very critical of the black youth of today and putting them all in this one bubble. And he has been very, just very condemning and this and that and other, So, it's kind of like a double-edged sword with him. On one aspect, it seems like you want to help and change things, but then on the other, you seem to be, constantly down and this and that and other and not contributing to the situation. And I know just as soon as I said that, somebody is ready to type and say it is not his job to do. He has shown them that if you work hard, you can get this, and that. Ain't no cookie cutter shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. There will be some motherfucking bumps in the road. It is all about your resilience. Simple as that. Well, first and foremost, trusting in the true Father to get you through, that you'll be strong enough to make it through the lumps, the bumps, and this and that and other. Nobody has a perfect fucking life. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. A motherfucker can put on 1,000 motherfucking masks. For real. But I just feel like that what I'm concerned about, because even if he done these things, he's still a human being. I'm concerned about his mental, I don't know. I'm concerned about all parties, to be quite honest, and how these women have dealt with this. If this thing went on and they've had to deal with this all this time and this and that and other, I'm concerned with them. I'm concerned if there's a possibility that he did not. How is he weathering this storm? You know what I mean? And his wife and just his family, as well as the family of the women, My question is this: what the fuck are they getting out of it? By saying this. I know a lot of people are saying, well, now they're coming out of the woodwork and this and that and other. Just as a lot of people in my, community, it is what it is, are saying, oh, well, here we go. And I've seen everything from the Illuminati to they just turn and, they ought to leave these white women alone, blah, blah, blah. It's just the truth of it. It's the truth of it. But like I said, at the end of the day, none of us can say 100% whether it did or did not happen. But we will not devalue these women just because it's Bill Cosby. No. Give a fuck who you are. It's a possibility. It's a motherfucking possibility. Either way. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I don't know if that shed any light on it or whatever. That's just what, is this thing going? Oh, good. That's just what I'm feeling. That's just how I feel about it. My thoughts on it, and I don't know. My heart definitely goes out to the women. It's just terrible all the way around the board. It really is. But what pisses me off is when, cause a motherfucker got money, you want to say it's okay for him to do shit, or because he done got a degree. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Because there is no, y'all, my motherfucking wig done slid back. Okay. There is no look to it. You can't look at a motherfucker and say, oh, well, he's a rapist. You know what I mean? Or he's not. You can't. You can know a motherfucker all your life and never fully know them. It's but one person that knows us all, and y'all know who that is. It's as simple as that. Say what you want to say. Think what you want to think on that. Now, on to the immigration. I'm glad that President Obama, done what he did. The Senate, both houses had the chance to pass this. I will say this. I do understand both sides. I understand when I hear somebody say, well, okay, so now they're going, I've heard they're going to get this, they're going to get that. We don't get they so-and-so. Now there's going to be more of them and blah, 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 this, that, and other. But let's not forget, for those who would say that, let's be clear. Truth be motherfucking told, and I ain't got to tell y'all that, each and every one of us, when it's all said and motherfucking done, when we talk about who the United States, who America, who had, come on, y'all know what I'm going to say. The Indians had it. They had it. It was taken from them by just that same thing I was talking about in my video. By just that kind of treachery. Okay? It's a lot of industries here in the United States that would not be here had it have not been for immigrants. It's as simple as that. And a lot of people only see immigrants as one thing. They only see them as Hispanic, Mexican, or whatever. No, I am so sorry. There's so many different ones. And let's not forget, baby, I can take you all the way back to New York and just the fashion district. And Italian food and this and that and other. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. With that being said, if we really talked about it, we all motherfucking immigrants in here. If it ever be told. Alright? I'm just saying. Something had to be done, and I think that this is a short-term fix. And I'm sure it's just as soon as they can. And if we fuck around, for those who did not vote this time, and let the Republicans get in here, if you fuck up, and you fuck around and let a Republican president get in there, hear me, for each and every immigrant that votes, that is here, understand who opposes you. Who does not want you to be here. I'm so sick of people talking about what's going on, but you didn't take your ass and vote. I'm sick of that bullshit. But if a motherfucker tell you they giving something, or they doing this, or so-and-so, Beyonce's there, so-and-so's here, did you see? You motherfuckers is running. You cannot just vote when it comes to the presidency. We have to vote for these other things. People that are in the house, like this turkey neck goblin, Mitch Turkey Neck Funky Dirty McConnell. That bitch is in there, and honey, let me tell you something. He don't give a fuck about nothing but his cronies. Trust me when I tell you, most of them, that it is what it is. I don't make no beans about it. I'm a motherfucking Democrat. I ain't got no problem with that. And I don't have a problem with you being Republican or whatever, but just own your shit. That's one thing about Republicans. They don't own their shit. Like, them motherfuckers will look at you and just throw a knife at your head and say, well, now you can't say that I actually run that. No, Rip, you must. I'm not going to do it because I'm sick and I'll be the one off. What I'm getting to is this. You have to vote to be heard. You understand what I'm saying? So when this is all said and done, and President Obama is gone, for those who have benefited from it and are voting, you can't tell a person how to vote or whatever. Just remember who did or did not want you to be, because all they had to do was pass the bill. There was never no desire to do it. And the president didn't do anything that Bush didn't do, Reagan didn't do, or whatever. It just so happens that it is Obama, and I don't give a fuck if I don't care. If he hand them a bill that they wrote, we ain't passing that. He motherfucking ass, he handed it to us. They are fucked up. And they are more than willing to let the country go down just to get that point across. You know. And I'm just not with that shit. As far as what he has done, it is a short-term thing, and we need a long-term, something long-term, something that will give them a road to being citizens or whatever. But we also need to get on the borders and this and that and other. Now, I don't just mean because we need to get on that. Period. If you come the right way. With that being said, I would ask this question. For the people who are employing these people who y'all claim are illegal, this and that and other, and know it, and working them for less than what they should be worked for, when the fuck are you all going to be fined for letting this go on? You employing them. I'm just saying. You want them to come in clean and do all of this dirty motherfucking work. You won't give them the smallest shit, the dignity. I'm sorry. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. And we will not forget how this country was built. Whether it was by force, which it was a lot of times. By force. Whether it be Asian and the motherfucking and Irish, the damn trains and Africans and this and that and other. And then, and honey, we ain't gonna let's don't get into how many motherfuckers that certain folks use to build this. Not only did you take it, you took human beings to get them to work your shit and then wanted to treat them less than dogs. Some of the shit we are afforded and that we have and things that we have here now, check your motherfucking history. They were brought over here by immigrants. So think about that shit. I mean, I'm just saying. You know, so that's how the fuck I feel about it. I'm all over the place. And I had to come back in here and cut this motherfucker on. I'm going to have to piece the first shit together with this. But y'all leave your thoughts and let me know what y'all think. I'm about to finish this damn Jack Daniel and lay myself the fuck down and try to get well and get prepared for Thanksgiving and all of that, Lord willing. So I'm out of here, y'all. Much love.